If you give your puppy free run of the house and hope for good things, good luck to you. It's probably not going to end very well. And your puppy's going to learn a lot of bad things, like that it's okay to pee and poop in the house, that it's okay to destroy things, right? And I see a lot of people make excuses. Oh, he's a working dog. That's how they are. I don't care what your dog's genetic proclivity is. You don't have to let him be a shitbird in the house, for lack of a better term. You don't have to allow him to destroy things in the house. It's really important that your dog actually learns to be calm in the house. People say, I want a dog with an off switch. And whenever I hear that, I always laugh because, listen, I've lived with everything from high-drive Belgian Malinois to high-drive working German Shepherds. My channel is full of the dogs that I've lived with. You can see them if you don't believe me. And I've never run into a dog that didn't have an off switch. Because at the end of the day, that's training and that's management. What people who say, I hope he has an off switch means, or I want a dog with an off switch is, I want a mediocre, lazy dog that I can release in my house and not really do any work, and that he's going to pass out on his own and not really do too much, right? Because when you have a dog that maybe is a little bit more high-strung or a little higher energy, that dog's going to be moving all the time in your house. The dog's going to be getting into things all the time in your house, right? You don't need an off switch. You need training and good management. So, and again, this is something where we start showing the puppy right away. Now, we must be fair. Remember that 2-year-old reference? The manners that you expect, once again, from a young adult and from a teenager versus from a 2-year-old or 3-year-old are going to be significantly different. I have a 3-year-old currently. His manners are on the lower side. Okay? He has some basics. He knows there's some lines that he must not cross, but there's not too many of them because, again, I have to allow him to be a child, to explore and to experience things. I don't want to restrict him and break his spirit. And it's the same with the puppies. So many people get overly obsessed, like with the puppies nipping and all this type of stuff. We actually have a very good video on puppy biting that we shared free on our YouTube channel. But we will address this topic some more because this is something a lot of people struggle with. Ironically, I have many working dogs. I've raised many puppies bred specifically for high drive and to bite things. And I don't ever have biting problems because, number one, I manage my puppy properly. Usually people that have biting problems are always lying on the ground or trying to play with the puppy, and you know, they're putting themselves in situations where the puppy's getting excited and the puppy's playing. How do puppies play? They play with their mouth, right? So if you're going to let your children play with your puppy, for instance, don't be surprised if your puppy plays with them the way the puppies play with one another. Right? So examples of management, we're going to talk more about this. So manners is something that I start instilling. Now, one little quick caveat on working dogs, okay? A lot of people that have the sport dogs and the working dogs, they think, I must never put any manners on my dog because I'm going to inhibit his ability to perform later on in life. I will say this, I have never dealt with a working dog of good quality, of sufficient caliber that I would consider the dog a true working dog, that couldn't handle a little bit of manners, okay? A little bit of training, a little bit of pressure. I've never met one. In fact, these dogs are more resilient than your average pet dog, and they should be more than able to handle manners. Now, I'm not saying be super heavy-handed. I'm not saying don't give the dog freedom, but I'm saying you can definitely expect there to be some manners. I see so many people making excuses. This is where the term land shark comes from. Oh, he's a land shark. He runs around, he bites everybody, and it's funny. Okay, for me, maybe it's funny. Maybe for you, it's not funny. If you don't like it, I don't care what your ultimate plan for the dog is. Teach him he must not do it. How do you teach him he must not do it? Well, wait, and you're going to find out. Watch further.